If I told you that instant noodles can actually be healthier and more delicious than greasy fast food, would you believe me? Hello everyone, it's Nancy here. When people think of instant noodles, most imagine something unhealthy or heavily processed. But with a few fresh ingredients and the right cooking method, they can be transformed into a warm, delicious, and nutritious meal at home. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn a simple package of instant noodles into a wonderfully tasty noodle pizza. Let's get started. First, place a pot on the stove and bring some water to a boil. Once the water is boiling, add the instant noodles and blanch them briefly, just long enough for the noodles to loosen up. When it is time to drain the noodles, many people simply pour everything directly into a colander. However, that can sometimes cause a few noodles to fall out and make a mess. Instead of pouring everything into the colander, place the colander over the top of the pot like this. Then gently tilt the pot and slowly pour out the hot water. The colander acts as a barrier, allowing the water to drain while keeping the noodles safely inside the pot. Take a look. The water is gone, but the noodles remain neatly inside the pot without falling out. Simple, isn't it? Now transfer the noodles to a plate and let them cool slightly while we prepare the remaining ingredients. What do you think about this little trick? Try using it the next time you cook noodles and see how well it works for you. Crack 4 eggs into a large bowl. Then use a whisk or a fork to lightly beat the eggs until the mixture becomes smooth and slightly fluffy. As the eggs become well combined, the color will turn a pale creamy yellow, helping create a light and airy texture later when cooked. Next, finally, chop a few green onions and add them to the bowl. The aroma of fresh green onions immediately gives the mixture a pleasant homemade smell. I always enjoy this step because simple ingredients like green onions can easily make breakfast feel warmer and more inviting. Season the eggs with a little salt and black pepper. There is no need for much, just enough to bring out the natural flavors of the eggs and vegetables. Today, I'm using both yellow and red bell peppers because they add beautiful color to the dish. Cut them into small, thin pieces so they cook quickly and blend well with the noodles later. Bell peppers also add a gentle sweetness and freshness that perfectly balances the richness of the eggs and cheese. Next, cut a few tomatoes into small pieces. The tomatoes will become soft and juicy as they cook, adding a fresh burst of flavor to every bite. Finally, I prepare a few sausages and cut them into bite-sized pieces. When heated in the pan later, they will release a warm, savory aroma that fills the entire kitchen. What ingredients would you add to this recipe to make it your own? Let me know in the comments below. Now that all the ingredients are prepared, it's time for the most exciting part of the recipe. Add the drained noodles to the bowl along with the eggs, green onions, bell peppers, tomatoes, and sausage. Gently mix everything until the noodles are evenly coated with the egg mixture and the colorful ingredients are well distributed throughout. Place a non-stick pan over medium-low heat and add a little oil. Once the pan is warm, pour the noodle mixture into the pan and spread it evenly into a round shape, almost like a pizza. Listen closely. The moment the mixture touches the pan, you'll begin to hear the gentle sizzle of the eggs. Thin wisps of steam rise from the surface, and the aroma becomes more inviting with every second. Cook slowly so the bottom develops a light golden crust, while the eggs begin to set. Once the bottom is golden, you can flip it over and cook the other side as well. This step is optional and depends on your personal preference. Now comes my favorite part. Sprinkle a generous layer of cheese over the top and cover the pan with a lid. As the heat builds inside the pan, the cheese slowly begins to melt. A few minutes later, when you lift the lid, you'll see a rich blanket of melted cheese covering the entire surface. The wonderful aroma fills the kitchen, and the cheese stretches gently when touched with the spoon. If you've watched this far and there's any part of the recipe you'd like me to explain further, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to help. Once everything is ready, gently slide the pizza onto a plate and let's enjoy the results. Wow, this combination is amazing! The noodles are tender while still slightly crispy around the edges. The eggs are soft and rich, the cheese is flavorful and stretchy, and the vegetables remain fresh with a light crunch. A simple package of instant noodles, a few eggs, and some fresh vegetables can become a warm, balanced meal with just a little creativity. My small tip is to always add protein and vegetables when cooking noodles to create a more filling and nutritious breakfast. I hope today's recipe inspires you to enjoy home cooking more often. Take good care of yourself, eat well, and don't forget to make time for a peaceful meal with the people you love.